Hello there, this is James Croft, it is 1978, and although I've never been a part of the fandom, never been to a convention, never been photographed with a Dalek or anything like that, and I don't watch or have any interest in the quote-unquote new series that began way back in 2005, I really like classic Doctor Who, which is to say, the original series that ran from 1963 to 1989. In fact, I like it so much that while everyone else is waiting for the new series of Doctor Who to begin with Jodie Whittaker as the Doctor in the autumn, I'm considering creating an entirely new channel devoted to reviewing every classic Doctor Who story in chronological order from An Unearthly Child, treating it as a standalone story all the way through to Survival. Not reviewing every episode, mind you, because that would be ridiculous and might literally take the rest of my life, but bearing in mind that classic Who stories were spread out over anything from 2 to 10 episodes, giving my own take on each story as a whole, including those that have had to be reconstructed, in the hopes of both possibly giving new insight into them for hardcore classic Whovians to discuss, as well as at the same time introducing them to newcomers who, beyond perhaps watching the traditional Christmas special, have only a passing interest in the Whoniverse. To that end, of course, my intention is to try and consider every story from as many different angles as possible, while still keeping everything brief, informative, and accessible to everyone, pointing out what newcomers and classic Whovians may love and hate about each of the stories in turn. However, as I mentioned before, I'll also include my own perspective on each story, which, with me being who I am, I see through a feminist, social justice, and socially democratic lens. So in short, if you're the kind of person who honestly believes that the Master regenerating as Missy was part of the BBC's insidious trans agenda, or made or laughed at jokes about women drivers when the latest incarnation of Doctor Who did exactly the same thing that the Matt Smith Doctor did during his first appearance, then you may as well click away now. But assuming that you're still here, would you be interested in this kind of series? And if so, would you be willing to support it financially, perhaps through Patreon? Please let me know if you would, along with any thoughts, suggestions, or constructive criticisms that you may have in the comment section down below. And assuming that there's enough interest to justify setting up an entirely new channel and devoting the years of my life to such a massive undertaking, I genuinely look forward to seeing you all on classic Doctor Who reviews sometime within the next few months.